Twitch, please.
Okay.
Oh, am I back live? Oh, okay. It looks like I see myself again. That's weird. If you need to, hit that F5, but blame Twitch. So, we are back. Crazy how the world works like that.
Hopefully Twitch won't kick us off again.
Woo, 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 woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Zambamon knows what's up. It's because we're meeting in the super elite Top Clack business room. Hopefully our audio does sound better today than it usually does. So
yeah, we're using Discord for our audio today. People generally seem to prefer that, so that's why we're doing it. So hopefully it's a little bit better for you guys. Anyways, welcome to this week's episode of Top Clack, your weekly dose for mechanical keyboard news and discussions and Q&A and interviews and stuff and things and stuff.
And the mail call, of course, which we'll get to after this intro. Once again, everyone, hello, thank you for joining us on this wonderful episode of Top Clack. Where, as Brian said, we'll be talking a lot and doing keyboard stuff and whatnot. But first off, before we start, we always have to do what we always do. Brian, how's your week?
My week was fantastic. Although, not otherworldly exciting, because I live a very mundane life, but I like it that way.
That's good.
But no exciting keyboard stuff for me this week, unfortunately. But, sometimes you just gotta be patient and wait. What about you, Huey?
Pretty good week. Earlier today, I had to interview someone and then tell them they weren't going to get the job. So that was fun. Sucks for them, but so happens you're not qualified. I'm going to skip work tomorrow. Get vacation for work tomorrow because I will be in Northern California tomorrow. So if anyone is free tomorrow at 5 p.m., Teskey's Germania in downtown San Jose. Let's grab a yard of beer and some schnitzel and other awesome, cool food. Hang out. So otherwise, my week's been pretty good, and it's only going to get better. I will be there tomorrow. Ryan Norbauer is going to be there tomorrow. Andrew of Input Club is going to be there tomorrow, and a few other community members. Nathan Kim is going to be there. So we got celebrities in his house, if you know what I mean. We're just gonna have dinner and drink. So if you're free, feel free to join us.
Yeah, someone needs to have yards of beer for me.
Yards.
I will be there in spirit.
Yards.
But instead, I'll probably be working on some keyboard chores, maybe streaming.
Yeah.
But such is life. Anyways, mail call.
I
got nothing. What about you, Huey?
I got a few things in this week. Let's start with one of the most exciting things a lot of people saw me build just the other day. I have right here my special protected case for it. My wonderful rose gold CA66. It came in the mail, and I built it the day it came in, because I'm like, how could I not? Box jades, brass plates. I went with the titanium badge, the HHKB layout. I did split backspace, of course, if you're going to do the HHKB format, okay? I got this programmed, all good to go. Absolutely love it. This honestly turned out way better than I expected to, and because of that, it definitely bumped up in my review queue. Because usually when I get new keyboards in, for those who don't know, I do want to review every keyboard I get in, but when I get a new keyboard in, it just kind of goes to the end of the review queue until I get to it. And you guys know I have a ton of keyboards, and it takes me a long time to review things. But I was so impressed by this. This did jump up in the review queue. So,
in honor of the CA66, we have 66 viewers right now.
Oof. Feels good.
That is a good coincidence.
Feels good. Briano, thank you for the bits, by the way.
Heck yeah, man.
I did also get something in the mail just today. And I guess earlier this week, maybe possibly last week, I forgot. But I got this acrylic duck unicorn case all acrylic TKL. I got this a few days ago. I've been sitting on this because just today I got the PCB, boy.
Why were you sitting on that? It didn't break?
Nah, dude, it's just so amazing. Yeah, so I got this PCB. Pretty excited. I might build it tonight, because if I don't build it tonight, I'm not going to be building it until Sunday, because I will be out of town tomorrow. And I'm not building keyboards.
It's a baller confirmed.
So
he is a baller.
Yeah, that's a pretty exciting mail call. I'm pretty excited to build this. I'm going to be building this with Alias Xylence. And the reason is I am eventually going to be using this C cubed PCB or C3 PCB, that TKO PCB that has underglow and top glow. So I mean, oof. All those R's, G's, and B's, you know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
So I want some see-through switches for all those R's, G's, and B's. I'm really excited. The PCB, by the way, for those who might be wondering, is the TKL87L3 by Liku. You can get this on TX keyboards. It does have underglow. It is unfortunately programmed with jig on, but I can make jig on work. I can jig the jive. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So pretty excited to have this in as well. I'm just gonna carefully put everything away. Try to.
Proximity says, just built my Poly 910. Poly is the real deal. Oof. Oh man. Yeah. I'm jealous. I really want a Poly 910.
And I'm gonna be getting my. I paid my Poly 910. It's not mail call, but I paid my Poly 910 shipping invoice 2 days ago.
Man, you have so many epic boards.
So I got that build coming in. Yeah. Also, Megaforce, thank you so much for 9 months in a row of this sub. One of the OG. Poly is not fake news. Come on. Come on. Poly is 2018.
Yeah. Polycarbonate boards, 5mm plate. What else is 2018? Those are both pretty big ones.
Holy Pandas.
Yeah.
Holy Panda pricing is 2018.
Yeah.
Because Holy Pandas existed before 2018, but come the turn of the year, suddenly it's like, hey, instead of drugs, do you want to buy Holy Pandas? Because they cost roughly this. Like, actually, Holy Pandas cost more. So.
Yeah.
Oh, mail call. I'm not even done yet. Got a Novelias too. New inbox Novelias. Okay, and this Novelias is a bit unique because it has. Let's see if I can get on camera. Cyrillic sublegends. So.
Someone says, "How do you know so much about drugs?" Holy Panda does sound like a drug.
So I also did get this today. This is in a way like I'm probably gonna keep this stock and just use this as is for just cuz.
Yeah, that's probably the right choice. Or like lube it, maybe.
I'll probably at most I'll lube it, but like I'll probably even keep these OEM thin ABS double shots just because. So yeah, I did also get this in the mail. This is my mail call.
The caps are pretty bad, right? Yeah, the caps don't feel very good.
No,
but it's like a novelty kind of thing at that point,
Because it's not easy to get a brand new in box, Novelias. I mean, look, I have the original packaging with the product page. I got the O-rings, the cable, the keycap puller. I have all of it.
Very nice.
So,
all right.
That's an exciting mail day.
Yeah.
Yay.
If your mail call is over, then we have much news to do.
We have so much news. So much news. Let's switch over to the new. I still want to work on like some kind of transitioning, like our heads spinning in a circle with like some funky as we get to the news viewer, which we are now on.
We totally need to do that.
And now we must do the news. And, let's start off with something a bit out of left field. A bit odd. Also, thank you, Olivia, for gifting the tier 1 sub to Zambumon.
Oh, very nice.
So that is nice awesome, possum. Thank you so much, Olivia. And Zambumon, welcome to the purple side. You'll understand that in Discord.
The purple club.
The purple club. Purple chat. I mean, what? That's not a thing.
What? Nope.
So let's start off with this first one. I saw this out of it's kind of like out of left field. Ryan Norbatouch, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime.
Ooh, Norbatouch in chat. Very nice. Pleasure to have you, sir.
So let's start with this. I thought this was a bit odd. This is a Kickstarter for a key set. For a DSA key set.
That's very out of left.
Yeah, they went $12,000 in the remaining 13 days for 2 colorways and a lot of custom double shots legends. And then it's $140 for a standard 104 key sets.
Yeah. So a couple things you'll notice right off the bat. Obviously, that price a little bit higher than you normally see, probably for a DSA set for very standard compatibility. You're in GMK territory there with way less compatibility on the DSA side, unfortunately. But you get a lot of rather interesting double shot caps.
So I see this, and you know what? None of that even registers to me. All I see when I look at this is someone who has a cool idea, running a key set, good for them, but someone who's out of touch in the community. This is most likely someone who, I have this idea for keys because I like mechanical keyboards, and they just hit up PMK, and PMK is like, we need to make this many. And they're like, I don't know how to do that. And because, they're not, in the community, they're like, I'll do a Kickstarter, Reno, without doing any research about keyboards and the community and how other custom keycap sets are made.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, he has a little bit of a backstory there, starting off by saying he has fond memories of mechanical keyboards because when he was younger, yada, 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 yada. So, he's probably not, exactly a youngin' here, but it's hard to see how this could really be targeted towards, our enthusiast community. This is probably more one of those things that is targeted towards non-enthusiasts, but at that same time, it's kind of funky because non-enthusiasts don't want to pay $130 or $140 for a keycap set.
Yeah, especially one with this kind of compatibility.
His goal is 12,000, and he is a little over 2,000 right now. So that kind of goes to show you that it's not really hitting the target audience, or the target audience.
Brian, the creator, is a she, by the way.
Oh, sorry. She is not really hitting the target audience, judging by the price to goal ratio there. I still have 13 days left to go, but if I had to bet, I would bet this is probably not going to make it.
I'm going to say no.
It's a very ambitious set. It's a very ambitious set. But most enthusiasts are not going to use this.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. This is something where doing more research into our community, even if you're not a part of it, would definitely help. Because this wasn't. I don't think this was posted on RMK. I don't think this was posted on. This was not posted on Geekcac, right? I don't even know how I found this, to be honest, but I did. So
I think it was posted on. Someone posted it on RMK.
Okay, maybe. So it's a bit unfortunate that this person didn't do research. Hopefully in the future, hopefully this doesn't just make them think it's impossible to get custom keys done, and hopefully they can do research and find a better way.
It's totally possible. This is kind of just one of the scenarios where she saw what she wanted, and she's like, yes, this is cool, I'm gonna do this, but not enough other people are on board with it.
Yeah,
and the set's probably going to inevitably fail this time because of that. Anyways,
let's hop on to something that more people are on board with, which is an interest check for the next topic, which is GMK Paper. I need to move the thing. There we go. GMK Paper. This is started by Zumu. And it's, what do you think? It's basically a black on white set with the options for CMYK accents. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about this. It's very similar to GMK Stormtrooper, kind of similar to GMK Pristine.
So, something interesting I think worth talking about for this set, doing the interest check when it's doing it. What other black on white set is running right now that we covered last week, Brian? Do you remember?
Black on white set?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Enjoy PBT.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Oof. Yeah, this is kind of a bad time for this, though. Because Enjoy PBT is going to be quite a bit cheaper.
I mean, that's already running now. This is just an interest check, so this person can just marinate on this idea for a few months if they want to. But
For sure.
But, like, people see this and, like, GMK Paper, what are these colors going to be like? And they'll be like, I'm just going to spend probably a lot less for black and white ePBT. I think a lot of people would really say that, would really consider that.
I agree. I think the main selling point here is the accent kit. If someone wants a white on black set with those particular accents, which are fairly rare.
I actually like,
that's pretty cool.
Like the idea of those accents. If you scroll down, they actually post there's a, how far is this? Come on, I saw this earlier. Here we go. It's derived by printers have different CMYK codes, and it's derived off one of those. So actually, I like if they turn out the CMYK well, which is probably easy enough because GMK CMYK mods have been made before. Those would be awesome for a black and white set. But for me, that's like kind of like one of the only draws. It's the same way for me, like when Hub ran and Hub had the paper styled set. I forgot what it was called. They had those modifiers that were like highlighter keys, highlighter colored. I forgot what hub set that was. Someone reminded me. That was like the best hub set. And then as it went on, they took those out, and then it suddenly got less popular. But paperwork. Thank you, chat. Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
More neutral sets is a good thing, though.
Yeah, it's not a bad set in any way. It just has some potential competition in the market right now. Yes.
Let's move on to another really interesting set. This is another interest check for another GMK set. This is GMK Shoko by Ray Sasquatch, aka Shoko, in our Discord. We've got some renders. We've got a nice, groovy, cool kind of theme going on.
I mean, I am somewhat colorblind, but it's very reminiscent of GMK Cyan in my eyes.
I'm gonna hit you with a no.
Yeah, that's why I said in my eyes. Like, to me, this looks very similar to Cyan. I know to normal people that can see colors properly, this probably looks completely the opposite of GMK Cyan, but
it's close. It's closer to Necro than Cyan. I don't know if that helps you either.
This is why I don't usually comment on colors. And people are like, "How do you feel about this key set that I'm making?" And I'm like, "Oh."
So I
wonder why I like black and white and like muted and stuff.
So I do like this set. The accent isn't hitting me yet, but this kind of this faded kind of blue, it almost in a way reminds me of what was the SA set Z Frontier ran, Night King. It kind of reminds me of that in the blue they used, but by these renders, not bad. I'd definitely keep my eye on this one, to be honest. DSA Quartz, someone mentioned, Huang Vu mentioned in chat. Yep. What do you think about? I think compatibility is pretty much there. People are pretty much getting compatibility.
Yeah,
pretty good these days.
Since we've seen a GMK set that was like, wow, this is missing stuff. Like, this one's quite rich. This one actually looks way more extreme than
So
a lot of other ones.
let's bring up the main point of contention. That row 2 HHKB backspace. Xbox delete or backspace.
I mean, some people like that more. I don't know why. I think it looks kind of very strange, but
Chat, hit me up, hit us up, guys. What do you guys think? For an HHKB backspace, the box with the X on it, I'm gonna call it the Xbox now. Is this the Xbox delete or backspace?
Yeah, or the arrow,
or
Some
the
people like
the
as well.
arrow, yeah, or the arrow.
I think personally, I think the Xbox is my least favorite out of all of them. 1.5 delete text, I think, is probably my favorite. But if like they're all icon mods, then I prefer the arrow over the box. So I don't know. These are clearly not all icon mods, judging by this render. So I think I would much prefer the 1.5U delete.
But
that's just me.
People really mixed here.
Yeah, people seem really mixed here.
This is a fighting topic in chat right now.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's good. There's a lot of opinions about this right now.
Yeah.
I like
no
that.
Joke. Wow. Yeah, people are insanely torn on this.
Ray Sasquatch, Shoko. I hope you're looking at this now and being considering if you want to keep with the Xbox or go with something else. Getting a lot of feedback here.
12 says just write Xbox. That'd be pretty good too. Fantastic. PC Master Race. Alright, you guys are silly.
Okay,
anyways,
yeah.
I mean, it's the whole backspace thing is always like a personal preference, right? Like, it's one of those things, no matter what you choose, you're not going to please everyone. That's just kind of how this hobby works.
So, one last thing for me about, looking at this set. There's a lot of sets that are very, very loud or very, very vibrant. For example, GMK Cyan is very vibrant. GMK Iris is arguably too vibrant, as well as other sets. And there's other sets that are very, muted, like, of course, GMK Muted, or, very calming, like Beige, very simple. This almost, like, is a third direction. It's, like, washed out, almost.
Yeah,
closer to muted, but
I personally like that. That was kind of my favorite part of Necro. I think that's kind of interesting.
It's like almost a washed out in the colors and how it looks. I like that. This is nice.
Yeah, because most sets are just like
desaturated.
They're either like super saturated, super vibrant, super in your face, or they're very muted, and like there's nothing else. So I kind of like the idea of this, where it's like it's kind of like dull in a colorful way, if that makes sense.
It's dull in the best way.
Yeah. So I mean, I do think the set looks nice. I also thought Necro looked way better than I think most other people probably did. But different strokes, different folks. It's nice to have other options in the market.
Speaking of options, let's move on to I hope this goes really well. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But something else a lot of people be keeping their eye on, especially the hungry people out there, is our next interest check. There's a lot of different options when you eat pork, but arguably one of the best ones. What's one of the best options when you eat pork, Ryan?
Well, when I eat pig, I like things like I don't know, Jamon Iberico.
Ooh.
So, that's what our next interest check set is based off of. If you might have remembered back on April 1st, April Fool's Day, community designer Zambuman put out a little April Fool's joke where he was considering designing a set based on Jamon. And if you're not familiar with Jamon, it's kind of like a Spanish version of like prosciutto, where it's like a cured pork product, and it's like usually sliced very thin. It's incredible. It's like salty, porky heaven.
Oof.
It's amazing.
Sounds amazing. Also want to say, Toasty Party, thank you. This is your second gift sub you've given, and thank you for giving it to Ray Sasquatch, aka Shoko. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your kindness. This is the second time. I think it was last stream he did it as well.
Yeah,
He gave
actually, it keeps track of it. They've
Yeah.
given 2 gift subs. Very cool.
So, Jamon, aka the pinnacle of key set development, according to Zamomon. It is a type of cured ham produced in Spain, or a god tier keycap set. So,
Yeah. And what's funny is, he was teasing this on April Fool's because I don't think he had any intention of actually making it. But I was talking to him about it like that day, and I was like, "This key set was great. Have to make this."
mm-hmm.
And eventually, my prayers were answered, and thus here we are. And I think it looks very good.
Let's go through this awesome product page. Okay, we got the tech specs, of course. Cherry profile. We know cherry profile. MX compatible, 1.5 millimeters, made by those Germans. Those Germans make some good keycaps. Base kit 150 keycaps is the current proposed ones. Good compatibility. We have the text backspace for the HHKB. You have the pipe / key in just the mod color for row 1 for the HHKB, by the way. Different people have different opinions.
Wait, what?
The
pipe is
pipe / for round 1. For row 1.
Yeah.
HHKB 1U. There is the
It
mod
should be
colored.
alpha colored.
It's mod colored in the proposed kits.
What? Not mine.
Next to the escape and the tilde. Unless I'm looking at a different row.
Well, show it on stream.
I am.
The pipe / looks mod colored to you?
Oh, my bad.
Am I-
Alpha color.
am I high?
I'm just reversing it. My bad. Yeah, you are.
Oh.
No,
yeah.
I am. But it's okay.
Okay.
I'm reversing it. Sorry.
Okay, but no, that should be alpha colored.
Yeah, that should be alpha colored. For some reason,
that's correct.
my
yeah.
head was flipping it. I'm sorry, everyone. I highly apologize.
It's okay. You'll get off with a slap on the wrist this time. But anyways, I really like the color contrast of this set, and particularly the accent keys, which is something I don't normally care for.
You know
I
what?
think the accents are kind of like it's supposed to kind of simulate that kind of like fatty layer, maybe on
that
the outside,
marbling,
or like kind of like the mold that kind of starts to form on the around the edges and stuff, which is
so you know what? That's actually going to be interesting because a lot of people know I do like escape enter accents. I actually don't like the white escape enter accents on this set. I would keep everything the reds.
Interesting. This would be one of the few sets I actually would prefer to use the accents.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, looking across the base kit, we have good compatibility, of course. We have the 65 and 75%, and with different 65 and 75%, because people like insert, delete, page up, page down. People like me like home, page up, page down, end. That's all that's covered. Awesome, possum. We got the 1800 support. We got some funky ISO keys. We got the 1800 numpad. Awesome, possum. 150 keys. That's a large amount. Of course, that'd normally be pretty high price, but since this will be most likely going with mass drop, I think they're going to be doing a good job to get the price down, which I really hope they do.
Yeah, yep, for sure. Obviously, Zombimon is no stranger to designing key sets, so I'm sure he has this pretty much down pat. He knows exactly what keys need to be in these sets. And,
so
let's go through some of these other sets.
40s, for those of you who want a little interesting flair in your life because the base kit wasn't enough and you do weird things like split space bar or 2U shifts. Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, cool.
For those people, you have your thing. Good luck. If you could make MOQ, I'm really proud of you.
The next kit is where I think both of us kind of have some issues with
there's
it,
there's a major issue.
At least I have.
I do too. Okay.
So the next kit is the Enye kit, which is fantastic. When Zombimon first portrayed this joke on April Fool's, all of the alpha keys were in Enye.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Great.
And I'm very glad he's including that as a kit. But the problem is there are only 20 keys. So like you can't even cover your alphas, which I thought was kind of strange. Like in what scenario would you just use 5 Enye keys per row? I don't really understand that. Maybe he can explain it to me.
Yeah, I want an alphas Enye kit, including scooped Enyes for my homing case.
You know, I need 40 of them or whatever. You know, I want to do all of my alphas as Enye if I'm going to do this.
Otherwise, NEAs. I'm really happy it's a thing. Like, get your NEAs.
Yep, yeah, and of course you'd need either a scooped or a barred.
Scooped.
2 of them, preferably scooped. Yeah, for us at least. Yeah, but pretty cool. The novelties kit is coming soon, still in development, so he is not showing anything there. But I'm very excited to see what that is. I hope there are just some like straight up Jamon novelties, like it's just.
It's a shoulder,
like
a pork shoulder.
A shoulder of Jamon or whatever. I think that'd be amazing.
Got some space bars.
He has a space bar kit. These are the accent colored space bars. So if you want those, there you go. Then he has a little keyboard gallery, and of course some very, very nice renders.
He
boards.
PM'd me the other day, and he was going a little bit about the renders. I think he said he did over 60 renders of Jamon on different boards. Shout out to Zambibon for all that hard work, for giving people as many options to see the case in different ways on different kinds of boards.
Yeah, he went. Wow, I'm like still scrolling. He went so hard here.
Yeah. Render so hard.
Oh my god. I never realized this. After the pictures, there's a testimonial section.
Yes.
These are amazing. Cause like they're totally jokes.
Let's look at these testimonials from Tomu. GMK Jamon is truly the pinnacle of keycap development. I can already feel myself being led into a realm of positive vibes. As Dead Encryption said, God tier Futaba Sakura would be proud. As Rama has said, emoji crying ×4, okay hand, perfect, ah ha ha ha. And for myself, oof. Oof. Oof.
Oof. That's amazing. I'm a little sad I don't have a quote up there, but I'll survive off this.
And all these testimonies are... I was there for most of these. These were said at some point.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So, if you want the set to happen, go vote at the Master Out poll. I mean, it's going to happen anyways, but convince them even more that you want it to be sooner, to be nower, to be more Jamon. Give them feedback if you have any feedback. Like Brian and I, we say, hey, NEA kit, give us the alphas, give us some scoops, and if you think there's things that are missing in the base kit or in the 40s kit or other kits, let him know. This kit is still in construction. I know in chat he mentioned he's possibly working on some black novelties, which for example I would use for accents for Enter Escape rather than the white ones. We will see. I really hope that this set works out really well. For me, this is going to be...
This is going to succeed. This is not going to...
Not gonna lie, for me, this is gonna be a hard buy for me because I'm not the biggest fan of red. And right now, I have a red set already on my way, GMK Red Samurai, so it's like, can I do with another red set? And if I do, what the heck am I gonna do with it?
This is an auto buy for me.
But for me, like, if even if I don't get the core, I would get an NEA Alphas. Like, just to throw on a random set.
Oh, that's great.
Check it out. There's a Geekhack thread. There's a Master page thingerino. Jamon.
Oh, yeah.
Get hungry. Get hungry. And you know what? If you don't want to get hungry, and you're all hungried out, and you want to be all artsy and all fancy and everything, we'll move on to out of GMK territory, but still staying in the realm of interest checks with this next one, which is the interest check for DSA Deco by good old friend Dilbert Programmer. Once my tab loads, there we go.
Yeah, Keycap is super slow for me today.
It's a Keycap set inspired by Art Deco design era. Signature plastics, DSA, PBT. He has the colors down. He has the font, which is Le Havre. Le Havre.
It's tough to say, but apparently it is going to be a custom font there. And one thing I noticed almost immediately that I thought was very interesting is look at the legend placement on a DSA set.
Yeah,
this is more a la GMK, for example, where it's top left legend instead of centered legend like we normally see on DSA. So I think that's actually really cool. I think it looks quite a bit better. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this can turn out. Of course, obviously, very early interest check, but he does have quite a bit of information here, as well as interest check forms, etc. He's got some nice renders, probably done by Zombiebomb? Zablotsky? Yes, okay. So, as well as other people. Oh, Thesis Camper did the renders. Sorry. He even says it. Alright, anyways. I like this set. I like the colors, and I like the font, and I like the legend placement.
Oh my goodness! Look at the last render. Is it me or is that Enter Key the car from Monopoly?
It very well could be. I sure hope so.
I hope so too.
That's pretty great. All right, so this is PBT.
Yes.
So it will be
Die Submarino.
Yes. So interesting. It's been a while since we've seen a PBT DSA set, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you like the set, there's a brief 3-question interest check form. You know, give Dilbert Programmer some feedback if you have any. He's an awesome individual. Planned kits. We got the TKL kit, numpad, adapter kit with Meteor Songon stuff, as well as an additional 2.25 shift for the 660 folks. We got a spacebar kit, separate novelties kit, and of course ergo blanks for those who are living the ergo docs, fox, and plank lifestyles.
Heck yeah. So, very cool. I like it.
Yeah.
It's different for several reasons, and I like that.
I like the colors.
Yeah. So, hopefully this works out for him. He's obviously still looking for feedback, being an interest check. People seem a little torn in the comments that it might not be quite the deco inspiration that some people want, but you know, hey, whatever.
I think it's deco enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about art deco, so you know, whatever. But I think the key set itself looks good, regardless of, you know, if it is or is not enough inspired by the art deco period.
Yes.
It's kind of like when someone like is a comic book nerd and they go see like a Marvel movie and they're like, that's not how it happened in the comics. It's like, who cares? Like, the movie could be good otherwise. Like,
yep.
Anyways, that's just my take on it.
Speaking of things, yeah, best of luck, Dilbert Programmer. So before I get to the next topic, you know, I want to touch about what we just talked about, which is of a different era. You know, Cooler Master used to make cases and used to make boards of a different era. You know, the different TKL boards they used to have that they don't produce anymore. But you know what? People are still clamoring for the Norbatouch cases, and that's our next topic, which is interest check for round Pi 3.1415 by Ryan Norbauer. Great round name. This interest check, I've basically confirmed it with him. I've been emailing him. This is going to happen. When he threw this interest check up in 3 days, he already got 150 submissions of people saying, I want to buy this. Make it happen, please. Which, when I was talking to Ryan, you know, it blew his mind because none of the keyboards that fit in this case have been made for over a year.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. It's only the Novatuch and the Quickfire Rapid, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not the Quickfire Rapid. Novatuch,
the Quickfire Rapid I.
The Rapid I and the Pro S. Master Keys Pro S.
Oh, it fits the Pro S?
Yes.
The Pro S is still made.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought they switched the Pro S out for another Master Keys one. I don't know. I'm not a Cooler Master thing. But, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful powder coating jobs for the Cooler Master cases. These Norbatouches. I'm actually gonna get mine. He has mine right now. A lot of you guys know I actually have one, but it hasn't been on the shelf for the last few months because he has mine. Because he's making me a custom color, which I'm really excited for. So excited to see a return to this. Originally, when I was talking to him, you know, he was a bit worried about running it again because he's like, okay, I need to do at least MOQ of 100-ish, 100 plus, for it like to actually be affordable for everyone and make sense to do this buy. But he's just earlier today, we were emailing and he's like, yeah, 150 people have already said yeah. So at this point, yeah, it's happening. So great, cool. Amazing. One thing I'm curious about, you know, a lot of people know Retro Refrigerator was a color that unfortunately did not meet his standards in the last run. So I'm a bit curious on whether or not he'll give that colorway another shot, or he's just gonna not do that colorway moving on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying?
Yeah, people are saying they'd love to see a wing keyless.
I would too. I would too.
I kind of agree.
If he did it in the same way he did the Real Forces, where it would block the left Windows key, but it would block the right menu key, so you still have your right Windows key if you need to actually use Windows, because that's actually a far more important key than the menu key.
How that would actually look here, because it would have to be a 1.25 blocker instead of the much more common 1U blocker. So I think it would definitely be cool to like render that and see what it looks like. I'm not sure how popular that would be, but
be groovy enough, I think.
Could be interesting. Absolutely.
So if you guys haven't seen these boards before, look up. There's a million albums out there of the Norbatouch cases, both by Ryan as well as other members of this community. It's been immensely popular. Every run he's done has been great.
It's a really good product. It initially launched at a pretty good price, and it's very cool.
The only thing I think people might be wondering is when it will actually be running, because as you guys know, he is finishing up the production for the Norba Force right now, as well as working on the design and finishing up getting the Group I ready to start running the Heavy 6, as well as he's been hinting at working on his tactical keyboard bags. So where is he going to fit this in the mix of all of that? Yet to be determined, but hey, if you're interested, let Ryan know. Vote on this little form, and it'll happen.
Yeah,
it
totally
will happen. Amnesia, thank you so much for the 100 bits, by the way.
Heck yeah! Thanks,
yes. Let's move on to another keyboard topic. Something very interesting. Thank you for 100 more bits. As you tag Jetpack's tuxedo.
The salt emoji. That's awesome.
Let's move to this interesting one. This is the interest check for KBD fans 2XX 40% Bluetooth 4.0 RGB keyboard sample preview. Oh, it's keyboard. That's just the sample preview of what I just said. Duh.
Yeah. This is quite interesting. I remember when I first saw this post, people were saying it looks like a phone. They're like, oh, this looks just like my, Samsung whatever, or LG whatever. Like, it was pretty great. But looks pretty interesting.
Low pro switch. It's interesting.
Does it feature low pro switches as well?
No, I mean the low profile case. Duh. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Yep. So a couple things to note here. One is there is no full grid layout. So that's something a lot of people were complaining about, because I think the majority of Plonk users prefer to have the full grid, not the MIT. Is that what it's called?
Not anymore. Yeah. Remember, Jack said he has to get away from that because the Massachusetts Institute of Technology is the MIT, and he's like, that's the default Plank layout now, and this is the grid layout, as far as I know.
Okay, so regardless, this is my preferred layout. I like having the slightly bigger spacebar, but I'm not by any means like a normal ortho user. But that is something to consider if you were really into using the full grid layout. You will not be able to with this. So kind of a bummer, but a couple things. Obviously, it's Bluetooth 4.0. You got RGB. It's low profile.
USB Type-C.
USB. There are two kits of version.
Interesting. The price difference. Tell us what's up with those kits, Brian. That's interesting. Price difference.
Not too bad. So one kit has the case, PCB, and an aluminum plate for 160 shipped. That's US dollars. And the other kit is case, PCB, and brass plate for $8 more, $168 shipped US. So not terrible pricing there. I think that's pretty reasonable, all things considered. This is a pretty feature-rich board. So pretty excited to see this here. They have an unfinished version here with aluminum. Has some pictures, and they have a little Google form, little IC there. Are you interested? Yes, no, maybe.
So it's backlighting, which is cool.
It has RGB like per key.
Yeah,
so it's
SMDs. Yep.
Yeah, SMDs, yes.
Looks like it has some underglow as well. Those little slits in the back. So as we'll have underglow side lighting. 3 degrees of angle, so it's very, very tame. I think it's going to be pretty popular, to be honest, at that price point with those capabilities. USB-C, because USB-C is the future. Bluetooth, also the future. Bluetooth might bump the price up. I don't know if those kits included Bluetooth, but I assume it has to on the PCB because they do list the Bluetooth model as the MDBT40. So
yeah, I think this is a winner. What do you guys in chat think? I mean, I'm not really an ortho user, so maybe other people have better ideas. But
yeah,
the price seems pretty good for the product, and I like pretty much everything that's going on with it. So maybe let us know if you guys like that as well, or if you just absolutely hate it and this is the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. Anyways, moving on to this. This is interest check. Obviously, go scroll down to the bottom of the page and you can fill out that little interest check, see if you're interested.
Yeah.
And let them know.
Let them know. I wonder if we can get a review unit.
Who's it? This is KVD fans. They've been very generous to us in the past. So
yes.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Speaking of things that are possible, meteors are possible. Whether they're hitting the surface or hitting the page of our news. Let's move on to Z Frontier's group buy for the Eve Meteor, a 75% custom mechanical keyboard kit with brass weight. Looking at 358. Without, we are looking at 310. A lot of different unique colors. So this is one that Brian and I talked about quite a few months ago, and we had a big point of contention. Blocked corners or no blocked corners.
Yeah, I think it looks substantially better without the block corners. I think it's too tall of a board. Horizontally. I think it's too tall of a board horizontally. To really have blockers and still look good. It looks kind of funky, in my opinion. But I really like the board without the blockers.
I like it both, but I do like blockers much more because I feel like because the board is so tall, it tightens it up and brings it together. So there's less focus on that bottom row, and you see more of everything above it. Yep. That's what I think.
For sure.
So, these color names, by the way, okay? Kikyonezu, I didn't say that right. Red ink, I can say that one right. Nadeshiko. Gold ink, I can say that one. Pale ink. Interesting matches, interesting different kinds of colors. The fact that you can, you have all these different options. Yes.
They have pictures of all the colors. That's amazing. I wish every keyboard group buy could show me all the colors before I buy. That needs to happen all week. I love that.
I like that silver plate, blue middle frame, blue weight, the Kikyonezu. I didn't pronounce that right, but I like that one a lot. Ooh. Ooh.
I like that one as well as the Nadeshiko. The two ones that we can't really pronounce, I think, are probably my favorite colors of all of them.
Yes.
But it's a pretty cool options. It's a very, very unique looking board. Once again, coming out of the Chinese community. Is Eve Chinese? Wait.
Yeah. So big kind of big complaint. A lot of people and myself kind of will have a niggle about, which is mini USB left side only. That's a pretty good hit or miss for people. For example, the CA66, as much as I love it, my USB-C port is only on the left side, and my port on my desk is on the right side of my keyboard, so I have to run a cable around.
So does this one actually have it on the left side of the keyboard, or is it like on the front of the keyboard but towards the left?
I don't know, and I hope they clarify that. I hope it's on the back but left as opposed to the actual left. It just says left-sided.
You can't see like on any of these pictures, but like sometimes left side can be actually on the left side of the keyboard, or it can be on the front of the keyboard like it normally is, but on the left. So hopefully we get some clarification there.
I think that's it's on the top on the left side, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
I mean, that's definitely a lot more common, if nothing else.
So it does come with a custom bag, and if you want to upgrade your weight to a brushed weight, it's $48 additional, which brings us up to quite a bit, and that's kind of where we're going to get to with the price of this. Because with the brass weight, I kind of would rather have seen this at 300 to 325, not 360 with the brass weight already. That's what I would have wanted to see. I kind of understand why it isn't, especially with the complex designs with those mixed colors and the size shapes, especially with that brass weight on the bottom. But hey, at least because it's from Z Frontier, you know shipping's included, because Z Frontier's got your back.
I actually think the price is reasonable here, assuming this does include free shipping, which a lot of the times it does on Z Frontier, unless it specifies otherwise, which I'm not finding it specifying otherwise. So, you know, they're already eating that that shipping cost, which is like always going to be international for them, basically. So yeah, no, I think the price is actually okay here. You know, $358 shipped for, you know, a big metal board with a PCB and a brass weight is very normal in the community, if not good. So I think that's pretty reasonable. And I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully, maybe we can get a review sample. That'd be pretty cool to check out.
Very cool, indeed.
Yeah, cool color options as well. So looking forward to this one. Hopefully, this goes very well for them.
So, speaking of things I think will be, that's currently being met with very mixed reactions, and whether it'll go well or not is dependent on a lot of factors, is our next topic here. An interest check for the Serif 60. Look at the sides of this case.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to call polarizing. I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way. It's just, I feel like this is either you really love it or you really hate it kind of ordeal. I personally am not so much a fan, but I like how different it is, if nothing else. Definitely give it props for that. And the fact that it comes with the wrist rest, I think that's cool too.
4 degrees of angle. Let's look at these more pictures here. Link, which is all still the same. Oh, there's some different angles. Okay. Matching wrist rests. Very front heavy looking board.
Yeah, I mean, judging by how much reaction he's gotten from it so far in this thread, I would imagine this is probably not going to succeed. But I think it's a cool idea, if nothing else. I'd like to see, you know, what kind of price this would be at. I'm assuming this is a trade mount case because that would make the most sense. Yeah. Yep. That's about it. There's not a whole lot more to say about this.
Not much more information about that. So, speaking of things that don't have much information, unfortunately is this next interest check. But I didn't want to bring it up because it's someone trying to do something different. An interest check by Chicago Boss for the Kailh Box Velvet, which is a 62-gram box linear. For people who think box blacks are too heavy and box reds are too light.
Yeah.
If you're interested, just post, I guess. That's all. That's really it. I guess it's going to be a velvety color.
Yeah. No, I think, you know, we're at a point in the community where I think box springs are going to start hitting the market very soon. Like more of them. So I think it's a little... I mean, I'm not going to say this is stupid, because obviously it's interesting. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you might as well just buy a box red or box black and put in the spring weight that you want.
So I think this kind of shows really something interesting, though, because Mike has definitely, of Novel Keys, if in case you don't know who Mike is, has definitely paved the way very well with Kailh opening up to work with others. Mike's done it a lot with all his lines of Kailh switches. Our other partner, Input Club, has worked a lot with Kailh for the Halo and Hako switches, and whatever else they have in the future considering switches. I think it's a big showingness that Kailh will work with the community, and that's a great thing, honestly. and I think they're willing to see what the community's willing to try out and willing to go for. I think, because 60 grams is such a popular weight, it's something, people worth being interested in.
Yeah, it is worth pointing out when this interest check was posted was the middle of March. So a little bit ago. This was before box springs hit the market. So I guess that is something to keep in mind.
Yes. Something else to keep in mind. We'll touch it just very briefly because it's actually sold out now. But I really like this, and that's why I wanted to cover it. It's just a minor keyboard accessory, which is these absolutely beautiful beach resin and quartz sand wrist rests by Orange. Same Orange who does keyboards, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so bummed out I missed out on these B-dubs.
No joke. Holy crap.
Yeah, right? Absolutely beautiful wrist rests. I hope they do another run. Perfectly honest.
Yeah, same. I think these are amazing on their own, but I don't really match with a whole lot. But
not with that attitude.
I would definitely get one. I think they look very cool, and I would use it. But it wouldn't match with all of my boards.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I really want that, but
that's up with that. But back in the good old days, people didn't have to worry about matching because everything was beige back in the day. As well as being beige back in the day, they had lock switches. And you might be wondering, what's a lock switch? A lock switch is a switch when you push it down, it locks in place. And that's how they did Caps Lockerinos. And now there's a pre-order from ApexKeyboards.ca for some Cherry MX lock switches at $7.20 each, which is quite a bit, to be honest. But
that is a lot. But I mean, that's sometimes how MO keys work, so it makes sense. Lock switches are obviously fairly uncommon, but a lot of people do really like them. I actually do like them. I should probably get some.
I should as well.
I always forget they exist, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah.
All prices are in Canadian at least, so I mean that $7.20 is only a few pesos to us, so no biggie.
Yeah, it's like $2 for us. Yeah.
But it's something. It's something. Check it out if you're a chance. If you're Canadian, it's Canadian. This will probably be better for you than ordering elsewhere. Because there's also Cartel and Van Keyboards who stocks them as well. Captain Schwal, thank you for 9 months in a row with that tier 1 sub. One of the OGs. Awesome. Possum.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Captain Schwal.
Speaking of unique and different switches, our next one going to be a limited run, limited release. The Novelias.
Yeah,
basically the Olivia switch.
Pretty interesting. So this is basically like an alteration on the Box Royal switch, which was recently released by Novel Keys. I got a bag of them right here. They're pretty neat. I'm gonna be doing a build with them maybe tomorrow, hopefully on stream. Anyways, it's basically like a Box Royal, but it's pink. So you get the pink stem, and what I thought was very interesting is the housing itself, the bottom of it, is also the same color of pink. So if you're into pink or rose gold or whatever, this is probably a good option for you. There is no fact that I know of that show like the spring weight or the slider or whatever being any different from a Box Royal, but rumor has it the spring weight will be a little different. That may or may not be true, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer on that. This is kind of more just a tease, but it will be a limited edition run, so make sure you get in there, be there, and be square.
Be there so in 2 years you can flip them for $10 a switch. JK, but that's what's going to happen, because that's what happens in this community when anything's a limited run. Olivia says spring weight is 90 grams. There we go, folks.
90 grams, so it's actually going to be heavier than the normal Box Royal by 20 grams. I think the normal one's 70 grams.
70, 75, yeah. Cool
Something
beans.
like that. Interesting. So these are going to be quite heavy.
Looking forward to
We'll
it.
try these out.
I definitely want to build a board or two.
I'm
I'm gonna stockpile them. I'm gonna buy 300.
I'm gonna buy every single one of them.
Oof.
Olivia can't even have any. I'm just gonna buy them all.
Oof.
Anyways. Speaking of amazing thing.
Amazing.
We have sponsor.
And we have a working sponsor GIF.
Yeah, did anybody else notice that? Anybody else? I don't think anyone's commented on it yet. I've been like looking out for it. Yeah, which it looks better, by the way, with the transparent background.
Thank you. I worked hard. I spent instead of spending 2 minutes to fix the problem like I did last time where it doesn't work, I spent 8 minutes and I fixed the problem.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Heck yes.
Crazy.
Anyways, we do have sponsors. And speaking of the Novelias, in conjunction with that, one of our sponsors is Novel Keys. So Novel Keys at XYZ, an awesome place to buy all sorts of new switches. They got like the full Kailh lineup. You got your navies, your jades, very popular clicky switches. The Royals just came out. Looking forward to these Novelias. He's got desk mats. I swear I can English. And he's got those sweet shirts that you can see him in, looking all fancy. So make sure you head over there, and when you buy anything from there, make sure you use promo code TOPClack. We'll get you 5% off your entire order.
Yeah. Speaking of orders, our next big sponsor is ZealPC, who is currently at Computex 2018. So any in-stock orders you make won't be shipped until after June 10th, by the way. But great place to check out the pre-orders for the round 11 switches, whether you want some Blue Xylants, Tiffany Blue Telios, or the classic popular purple Zelios, as well as PCBs, stabs, and other goodies. Check ZealPC out when you get a chance. I'm waiting for that round 12 because there's something exciting in that round 12 that you should be looking out for.
Has he teased that yet? Can we talk about it? Or?
I don't know if we can talk about the color, but I think we can talk about everything else.
I don't want to like say something and like regret it. So we'll just keep it around. Some people know it's coming. You probably know it's coming.
You probably know.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You probably know.
Yeah. Next up. Who's next up? Who's the next awesome possums?
Input Club, obviously one of our premier sponsors. Super duper amazing people. They do all sorts of awesome stuff, like the White Fox. They got they had the Kira going on. They got DSA Arcane and Plague going on right now. You can pick up White Fox kits on the cheap right now. They're discounted. You can get one for like $100 without like switches and caps. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and of course, while you're there, you get speakers. Because why not? Hako Violet switches, you got Hako Clears, Hako Trues. Those are all in stock. You can check those out. Pretty great stuff. And while you're there, head over to the apparel section, pick up a top Clack T-shirt, for your order. Because, why not? You look good. I swear, it's a good quality shirt. The shirts are, like, actually really good.
It's going to make you look better. Physically make you look better.
It's going to make you feel better, too. So that's why you should.
Sweaty Eddie, thank you for the barrage of bits.
Heck yeah. I think people just like to watch them fall into the cup, which I don't blame you at all. Oh no, they're not all making it in. That's so awesome. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god, it's like a snowstorm. I switch over to the stream every time someone donates bits so I can watch it fall into the cup. I feel like some child. Anyways, last but not least
is the Beast from the East. All that rhyming. Oof, teamwork.
Ooh,
Z Frontier. They got the Meteor we just talked about earlier. That's currently running on Z Frontier. So if you want a baller 70/75% keyboard, check that out. It's made and designed by Eve, who has done great. Poner, thank you, by the way, for Twitch Prime 9 months in a row. Thank you so much for your long support. Oh man, we need to do something when people reach 12 months. When people reach 1 year support, we need to have an event. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay. But Beast in the East, okay, key sets. They got a lot of great key sets in stock, as well as international proxy. If you're in Asia, it's cheaper if you want to go for that GMK Burgundy round 2, for example. That's still going on. They have plenty of things in stock, as well as they'll have plenty of other things shipping out soon. I'm waiting for that JTK Aqua to get in stock because I want to check out those fixed legends, because that's going to be the first set with fixed legends. So check out Z Frontier when you get a chance, Beast in the East, and go to their Chinese site and check out the Chinese memes, because Those are just next level, by the way. Those
dude.
emoticons they have, absolutely next level. Absolutely next level.
Yeah, it makes me sad that in America we're not nearly as cool.
Oof. Yeah.
Anyways, awesome stuff. As you guys probably might have noticed already, we do not have a guest this episode. So if that's what you're here for, and now would be the time, then I'm sorry. But Huey and I are still here. Q&A section begins now. If you have questions, we have answers, hopefully the correct ones.
Yes.
As usual. The Archdill, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate that, my dude.
So I have a discussion point I'd like to bring with the chat. I want to show you guys my build strategy for my next 2 boards. I want your guys' feedback, okay? I want your guys' feedback. Like I talked about earlier, I have this acrylic unicorn, all frosted, by the way. So you know, with LEDs, she's gonna shine like a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, you know, got some underglow, and when I get that C3 C cubed PCB, she's gonna have the top glow as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking of using MX Xylens with the Alias housings because, you know, they're nice and clear. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when I get the top glow, it's gonna go through top, go through the bottom, and it's gonna be nice going, you know, the see-through switches with this nice acrylic board. Okay, I have that. And then for my 910 coming in, I'm thinking ergo clears. Otherwise, it's going to be flipped, and it'll be ergo clears on this, and Xylens on that. Which also would be a pretty baller choice. All polycarbonate MX Xylent 910. What do you guys think about both choices?
I think you need clear switches for the unit.
Like MX clears or like see-through clear switches?
Sorry, see-through. you need transparent switches. So I think the Xylens will probably work best there. And then, I mean, ergo clears on the 910. That's pretty classic. That's pretty elegant.
With that brass plate?
Brass plate on the 910?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so bummed I didn't get that board.
Oof.
Dead Encryption, thank you so much for the resub with Twitch Prime. Appreciate
7 months in a row. Awesome.
Heck yeah. We need to do more giveaways in general, but I want to do some sub.
I want to do a purple giveaway, and people who are purple in our Discord will know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think the MX Silence.
Okay, that's probably what I'll be going with.
Yeah, keep it all flashy, man. Like that'll be like the RGB wow factor keyboard.
The bling. Oof.
The bling.
A bling on the ring. So let's talk a little bit. So Hero 1015 is asking thoughts on Royal Hako's lubed.
I have yet to try that combination. That's Royal Hako is.
Yes, that's what I built in my Fiel here. It is the Royal housing with either the Hako springs, but there's 3 kinds technically of Royal Hakos. There's the violet, clear, and true versions because all 3 springs are different. I opted for the Royal Hako clears, but I have not lubed mine yet. They feel pretty good. It's a slightly less intense bump compared to a normal Royal, but it has more character after that bump. I like it quite a bit, but I think it does need lubed, even though, you know, box switches and lube don't necessarily mix for a lot of people for reasons. I think it'll be okay.
It's still very possible, yeah. How would you compare it to a normal box Royal? Which do you like more?
So here is my Royal Hakos, and here on this Chewy 60 is my Royals. So let me just do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. If you like a heavier switch that has more, I always use the word character because that means something to me, but it doesn't necessarily mean something to you. But that's a heavier switch, a little bit more kind of character and more roundness after the bump. the Royal Hakos. They want something lighter but snappy, and that's all you want. That quick snap. The normal Royals are great.
Okay.
If you're going to be comparing those two. I do want to lube these, though, because I think these will be great when lubed. Dead Encryption, thank you, by the way, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you.
Holy crap.
Thank you so much.
1,000 bits?
Yeah.
It's actually like a lot.
Getting his name up there on the bit leader chart.
That's a lot of bits. Holy crap. Thanks, man. That is awesome. Tokyo Coffee Nerd is asking how the Tokyo 60 Proto is holding up. Actually, I have it right behind me because I've actually been using it a lot lately. So I recently did a lot with this board. In a very, very long build stream, I desoldered it, took apart the MX Silence that were in it, and took apart some Alias switches and made MX Silence with Alias bottoms, and 60-gram springs, and I recently put cherry tops back on them for a little bit more stability and a little bit deeper note. They are lubed as well. It's great. It's freaking awesome. It's pretty quiet. It's very smooth. I think it looks absolutely smashing with GMK Honeywell. So very, very hyped about this. I've been using it on and off, kind of been switching back and forth. I'm also trying to break in some stock Helios, so I can loop those as well. So otherwise, I would totally be using this right now. Loving it, holding up great. Absolutely love the prototype. I'm waiting for round 2 because I'm hoping there's going to be some sweet options. So I actually want to buy one too, so I can not just be a jerk and I can actually support. So yeah, give me some new bottoms, man. Give me a frosted acrylic bottom with like a white case. Like that's what I want. Clean. Let's see, Lunar Sama is asking any news on the Top Clack acrylic plates. Most recently,
we just have a meeting. That's all. Really, we just need to set the page up to take orders, and that's it. That's
yeah. Really yeah. Actually, we probably should have started that, but yeah, we need to have a meeting with the person that's doing the acrylic work for us, and we need to decide on things like packaging and etc. And then we will launch it. So it is very soon. The plates are actually finalized now.
Yeah, we have the final design.
We have the final design down. It is so much better than the previous revisions that I've had all sorts of problems with.
Oof.
So I'm very excited for that. If you're looking forward to a Top Clack plate, keep looking forward to it. It's coming very soon. And hopefully we can keep the price pretty low. We're thinking around $20 a plate, which is like pretty reasonable, honestly, in my opinion. And we'll try to keep shipping pretty cheap as well. Let's see. Remember, if you guys do have questions, use the @TopClack tag so we can see them easier. Otherwise, I will almost always skip them because they're much harder to see if you don't use the tag. The Ragin' Asian is asking, are people going to bring boards tomorrow or just hanging out and grabbing food and drink?
I'm just gonna be hanging out tomorrow. If you want to bring a keyboard, you can. But as far as I know, I will not be bringing a keyboard. Ryan and Andrew probably won't either. We're just mostly gonna be there to hang out, eat, drink, and hang out with each other. That's it. Enjoy company of other enthusiasts. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of talking about keyboards, keyboard projects, and all kinds of sort of things. Sorry if you guys hear Giorgio in the background. He's upset at someone.
He's being a good boy. Protecting the home.
Yeah.
Alright, the homie 408 is asking, what are your favorite tactile switches?
Holy Pandas, 55-gram Topra, Hako Trues, Ergo Clears. Not in any particular order, by the way. I have different moods for those.
Yeah. I mean,
that would be it.
That's pretty much my list as well, except for I prefer the Hako Clears over the Hako Trues. And I'd also throw the newer 78-gram Helios too. I think that's still a very good switch.
Ooh, I would, but the silent version.
Okay, I still haven't really used that yet, so I'll have to try that out and compare. So yeah, that's pretty much mine too. Holy Panda probably tops my list, followed by Topra and all the others. I still haven't tried my Royals in a full board yet, so I'll reserve judgment for that. They feel pretty interesting, so hopefully I'll like those as well.
I need more time with the Royals before I can put that on that list.
Mm-hmm. Totally. All right. Melodit is asking, will the top Clack plate come with bump-on?
We were talking about it, and yeah, because you guys seen when I built mine, plate sag was an issue for the first two I had. So we're like, hey, we're just gonna chip them out with like little rubber bumpers, so you guys can put them on your PCB accordingly. So
yeah, I put mine on the bottom of my plate actually.
Yeah, you can do either,
which I think is better than the PCB. So yeah, you just put those around. It'll probably come with about 6 of them, and you put one on each corner, and you put 2 in the top and bottom middle. Pretty simple stuff. We'll have like a super easy guide to show you how to do it as well, but it's not rocket science. And yeah, that'll provide a little bit more distance and prevent sag, which can happen because this will be tray mount, obviously. So there is that. Joe's saying add a top Clack T-shirt add-on option. Huh.
That would be more expensive because the shirts would have to be shipped to where the plates are, or the plates would have to be shipped to where the shirts are. And if that's the case, you know how much it is to ship out of the Input Club warehouse. And if it was shipping from that to where the plates are and then out, that's still more costs. Yay, Olivia, thank you for 7 months in a row with your Tier 1 sub.
Heck yeah. Thank you very much, Olivia. Monkey is asking, I did Royal plus Hako, and some of them are chattering or too sensitive when registering, which is also chattering. Any idea what are causing those and how to fix them?
That's odd. That's an issue in box switches, because normally that happens when your leaf gets slightly bent, but in the box switch, your leaf is protected by the box, hence the name box switch. Not the stem shape, but the physical box protecting the leaf. So that is actually a bit weird that's having an issue, and to be honest,
chattering is almost always a leaf,
which is kind of odd that your leaf got damaged in any way during the creation of those switches, because in my mind, even if you switched the stems, you'd still have that issue if those issues suddenly exist in a box switch.
I wonder if that nub that actually hits the leaf, the one that connects the stem and the leaf,
like pushed in or something.
Yeah, I wonder if that being altered in any way would have caused that. It probably definitely could.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my first guess, is maybe your nub is kind of out of place in there. Other than that, I've not seen that yet with a box switch, so I am not really sure what would be causing that, other than I would just guessing at that point. Homie 408 says, thanks for the answer. You are very welcome, sir. Or madam. Dead Encryption says, are they acrylic or poly? The plates will be acrylic. Cyber Sam says, have you made any decisions on the colors for Weebs with Keys shirt yet?
So those of you who may not know, I have a few shirt ideas. I'm probably gonna do like small 10 to 20 unit runs. One of them is it literally just says in block text, like, Weebs with Keebs. That's all. It's gonna be a 2-color shirt. Text one color, shirt another color. I was thinking maybe for like round 1, just do white on black. Or like white on heather gray or something like that. Very simple. It's gonna be one of those 2 options, to be honest. And then future ones I'll do different colors for. And the other shirt I was thinking of as a take on a Run DMC shirt, except it says Run BMC for Bootmapper client.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'd be like cheap. Like it'd be probably like $15 to $20 before shipping, and then shipping costs for a shirt. That's all.
Yeah. Droid Eggs forgets to use the tag, but he does ask, and I did see it. So he asks, status on the lube guide, thick versus thin lube, different popular lubes used, etc. Yes, I've actually, that's the project I'm working on right now. I've been writing it. It's going to be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
good.
It's gonna be long. There's gonna be a lot to it, but it's gonna be good. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy it and get a lot of benefit out from it. I don't know exactly when I'll have it out. I'd like to say next week, but I have a lot more writing to do and I have a lot of pictures to take. So we'll see. We'll see. But it is soon. It's like the next major thing on my list. So yeah, look forward to that. Tokyo Coffee Nerd says T-shirts in keycap colors.
Could be a thing, but I don't think like.
The problem with colors is you have to hit an MOQ for each color.
Yeah. I have to do like one run. That's why I like, for example, my weebs with Keeb. I'm doing one color, like white on black or white on gray or black on gray. And then that's going to be for 10 shirts. And then the next 10 shirts, I'll do a different color combo. So on, so forth. So on, so forth. That's all.
Yep. All right. Frostfire is asking, are there any meets up in the SoCal area coming up?
So I am a bit mixed about that. The most recent one was done, I think his name, I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but he did the Long Beach meetup in Southern California. And they've been the most consistent. And because of usually the timing I want to do a SoCal meetup, it always falls in like when that one happens. So I end up not doing mine, which kind of makes me think like, do people still want me to do a Man of Interest SoCal meetup, or is the Long Beach meetup slowly going to become the SoCal meetup? Because I'm torn about that, because I can do it, and there's no. I know I've encouraged the guys at San Diego to do meetups, and then San Diego people are doing meetups. If you haven't joined the California meetup server, I made a channel for the San Diegans because they're really adamant about having their own little mini community, which is great. Which makes me think, is having a separate SoCal one worthwhile anymore? Do people want it? Maybe I'll do an interest check, but I don't know if people want it like they used to. That's my only issue. And if people don't really want it, then I don't think it needs to happen. Whereas they could travel south to the San Diego mini meetups, or the larger one they do. They could wait for the once a year one at Long Beach, or they can drive up to the Bay Area meetups.
Apparently, PMS and Chicken is saying...
That's the UCSD, the San Diego one I was talking about. Yep.
So, 2 days from now.
Yep.
Very cool.
So
that could be an option too.
That's how I feel. I mean, if you have opinions, feel free to PM me about it. I'm always open about it. It's hard for me to say at this point because of the things that are happening down in SoCal. For sure, I'll always be doing NorCal meetups, working on the next one. I was thinking August, but I might push it back to like November, October, like last year, just because I think that kind of fits for most people the best. But NorCal one, like for example, that one's happening for sure. And if you're in California, getting from one side to the other isn't a big deal if you're used to living in California. So we'll see.
All right, cool. Huangbu95 asking a pretty good question here. Is there any other interesting material that you guys think should be used for plates?
Yes.
All
Delrin,
right, Huey,
POM. I want a brass plate with a leather layer cut on top of it. Then go on.
Very, very interesting. Yeah, I want to see more titanium. So I've seen a titanium plate one time, I think, so far, and it was on the Alpha X2 group buy. There was an option for that, and I sadly did not get it. I think they might be sending me one, actually. Wait, no, because you have the Alpha X2 now.
Yes, I do.
I wasn't sure. I think at one point I was like, hey, could you send me a titanium plate or something? I think they said yes, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think titanium would be cool. I'd like to see that more. Wood. I think different woods could make for very interesting plates.
I want someone to take old vintage keycaps, melt them down, and cast that into a plate for me. ABS plate. 5mm ABS plate. Wood plate, yeah, that'd be really cool. Rubber plate, I think would be interesting.
Rubber, yeah, that would be... Wow, that'd be really cool, actually. I would love a rubber plate.
Right?
256K is saying top clack wood plate. That is possible. The guy that's doing the acrylic plates for us, I believe, can also do wood.
Yeah, he has
if I'm
wood.
not mistaken. So yeah, that could totally be a possibility. We'll see. Maybe we can test some prototypes and see how that works. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But yeah, definitely titanium. I want to see titanium, diamond. Someone should do a diamond. Can we get like Bill Gates?
Can we get Pyrex to make us a borosilicate plate?
Yeah. The homie 408 is asking, what are your favorite 60% boards? Oof. Huey and I are both very big into 60% keyboards.
X60 is one of them. Got it here. Does he mean like complete builds that we have of 60% or just like cases?
He probably means like cases or kits, housing. Like the switches and stuff, probably a bit less. Glass plate, that could be interesting too.
Well, for me,
I don't know if I have
X60.
a favorites. So
I have a few
love
favorites.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, X60 is up there for me. I like Fiel. I like E6.
HHKB.
HHKB is classic. The Tokyo 60, you know, I'm loving that as well. Crap, what else do I have?
My super exclusive stainless steel AEK 64.
Yeah, TX60. I've been loving that so far. Lots. Is X60 top mount? Yes, it is. Osmium plate. I actually don't even know what osmium is.
Copper plates.
Copper could be cool. Yeah. Nickel. Yeah, I mean, lots of options. I mean, there's lots of materials. Literal rose gold plate for Olivia.
Yes.
What's sick is Olivia would totally fund that too. She would totally pay for that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, man. Too many to name. There's lots. Lots of great. That's a great one. Transparent aluminum. Is that a thing?
Apparently, yeah.
Thing, right?
I don't know.
Really?
I'm not a chemist.
I'd love to see transparent aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum oxynitride.
Wow.
It's an artificially optically clear aluminum.
Wow. Amnesia is saying the Q has a copper plate option. Wow. Really? Huh. Osmium is the densest material in the world, apparently. Wow. Huh. Adamantium. Unobtainium. All right, well, we're caught up on questions. If anyone has any last-minute questions, feel free to tag us. Put those in the chat before we head out here for the day.
So, are you going to be doing a build stream tomorrow?
Most likely. I'm probably about 90% on it.
I'm debating if I should build my unicorn tonight or wait till like Sunday or Saturday night.
Do it tonight, man. Do a build stream. YOLO. Smoian is asking opinion on partial plates. Which switches work best?
Half plate builds. The switches that work best are switches that have PCB mount legs.
Yeah, so I mean, since obviously you know your alphas generally are going to be PCB mounted in that scenario, so you want something with PCB mounted legs. I don't know. I still haven't really used many builds with PCB mount switches, and I haven't necessarily loved the ones that I have used. But you know, that's something I need to do in the future as well, just to have. And I'll probably do something very generic, like some kind of linear, just so I get the best kind of like robust bottom out feel. But yeah, half plates used to be pretty popular years ago, and now they're a little bit less, but they're just kind of making a comeback. Some boards are offering them. Be the Zebra is asking feels on GMK Doom news. I don't know what the news is, actually.
Also, shout out Be the Zebra to you and your son who is watching with you.
Oh, heck yeah. Very nice. Top Clack should always be, you know, a family affair. But GMK Doom news, I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard. If you want to post that up real quick. We can
Yes,
take
absolutely.
a
Feel free to link
peekarino.
away.
I'm guessing the news is it didn't make it.
That'd be my guess as well. 256K is asking what's going on with the Van Hub profile. I've been out of the loop. Canceled it, more or less, for now. He does have plans to try it again, but he was not going to meet the goal that he had hoped for. Huangvu95 is asking, so for my silent build, should I clip the PCB mount legs off or just leave it?
If you don't need to clip it, leave it.
Yeah, my thought is if you don't need to clip it, don't clip it. Some PCBs or some switches have tolerance differences, and it can be really, really, really hard or really easy to get the legs into the PCB itself. And like sometimes if they're just way too tight, and I don't feel like putting that much strength and effort into putting my switches in, I'll clip them. Or I'll clip some of them. A lot of times, depending on the plate I'm using, I leave some unclipped for spaces that could potentially have crooked switches. So, yeah, that's kind of my thought process on it. Amnesia says caps unlocked backed out. GMK, I imagine.
Oof.
Interesting. I don't know much about that. Lunar Sama is asking a quick question. Are Alias housings smooth as Zelio housings? In my experience, yes. I mean, I haven't really tried them side by side and gotten super into it, but for instance, on my Tokyo 60, I have Alias bottom housings and leaves, and they're pretty darn smooth. I don't know if it's exactly the same as a Zelio housing. Could be, could not be. I don't know. But I think both are very, very smooth, and for the price, I'd probably just use Alias bottom housings, unless I just had Zelio housings laying around. Because to me, they feel like the same smoothness, but I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing something. Or
I won't be trying out my lubed Alias Xylants until I build that unicorn, so I can't honestly say an apples to apples comparison yet.
All right. Amicia also linked the GMK article, or not? Yeah, the GMK Doom article. Sorry. All right. Well, that'll probably do it for us. That's the end of our question. Oh wait, there's still one more. Ooh, this is a good one actually.
Yes.
All right, Melody is asking, do either of you have plans to try out the new Otemu V2 tactile leaf housing? Potential alternative to Panda housings, maybe.
Already ordered them. Already have my tracking number from China.
Yep. So we will be getting some of those in. So that could be very cool. That was one of Huey's first ideas as soon as we saw him.
I was so thoughtful. I even ordered enough for me to send some to Brian. That's how thoughtful I am.
That is so nice of you.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to order any. Hopefully. Very cool. Yeah, I still haven't actually put them together yet. Maybe I can get on stream too. But I have some of the updated stems and tops. So I don't have the bottom housing with the leaf yet. But the sample he did send me feels pretty darn good for a tactile switch. Honestly, I would say it's basically like a good ergo clear, but or better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. We'll have opinions on that very soon. Anyways, thank you all so much for coming out today and hanging out with us for this week's episode of Top Clack. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then I'm sorry. Hopefully we can do better next. But before we go, check out the links below the stream. You can check out our YouTube channel there. You can subscribe to that. That'd be great. We have lots of content already there, as well as more coming out all the time. You can check out our Discord server. That link to that is below as well. You can join us there and talk about whatever. We talk about keyboards all the time. We talk about things that aren't keyboards all the time. We play video games sometimes. It's just a great place to be with a lot of cool people.
I like what's you say we play video games sometimes, but it's almost every night.
Yeah, there's people playing pretty much every day.
But thank you everyone so much for joining if I do stream, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. I have to eat dinner first because I got here straight from work, as you can tell by my getup. And yeah, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat first. If I do decide to stream later tonight, I will let you guys know. If you're gonna be in Northern California tomorrow, come by to Teskey's Germania in downtown San Jose at 5 to join myself, Ryan Norbauer, Andrew from Imba Club, and awesome other community members like Nathan and everyone else, where we're going to eat German food, drink German beer, and have a great time. Everyone, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoy our future content. Hope you enjoy this content. Have a wonderful night. Peace.